today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Clone Commando for the Black Series 6-inch line, based upon their appearance from the Bad Batch. So this is an action figure I didn't think I was ever going to be getting hold of. When I first found out this was going to be an action figure or was going to be released, and then saw it was a Walmart exclusive, I thought, I'm not going to get that. For just being a repaint, I'm not spending $30 plus for it. And plus, when I buy action figures, I typically like to centralize it to one or two sites, mainly eBay and Amazon. And I don't really like branching out from that and having all these different pre-orders in various places. Entertainment Earth once in a grand while. Very, very rarely do I do GameStop. Maybe if it's something that's deep on clearance and it's cheaper there than anywhere else. And of course, Walmart. I rarely buy from Walmart. Maybe one action figure a year, if that. And I think this is probably the one action figure for the year that I got directly from Walmart. Maybe the second. And so I happened to be on one of the action figures forum sites the other day and saw that, hey, Walmart.com has these for $12.99. I thought, what? The Clone Commando for $12.99? Because usually when I see these, they're usually in the $30, $40, or $50 range. And I figured that's just going to be the ultimate fate of it. And I haven't seen these at any Walmart in the States at all. I think in maybe Canada they're a little more readily available. Maybe some parts of the U.S., I'm not sure. I have been to quite a few Walmarts recently in the U.S. and haven't seen any of these. But I went ahead and got on Walmart's site, and sure enough, $12.99 for the Clone Commando. I was like, well, I gotta jump on that, so I went ahead and did it. And I'm glad I did. At first, I was kind of skeptical of it. It's like, oh, I hope I don't get like the Christmas K2SO or something like that. They figure, oh, you know, it's just a white action figure. It's close enough. We'll call it even. And I potentially get something like that through the mail. But fortunately, I didn't. It turned out to be the Clone Commando for only $12.99. And I think that's a pretty accurate price for this, considering there's nothing new about him at all. He's just an exact repaint of Boss here. So you can see it's exact same thing. Same weapons even, same backpack. Nothing new about it at all. And for it to have such a markup price, I think is a little unreasonable. Of course, I know some people will probably be saying, "Oh, you just don't understand inflation." You know, you make up a bunch of excuses for it. But $27.99 plus for a simple repaint like this, I think, is a little bit of a stretch. I'll say that, to put it lightly. But regardless, it's a very nice action figure. I'm glad to have it in my collection. It's one that I kind of wanted, but I wasn't going to spend more than retail for it, and I missed out on the pre-order initially. I think it was another one of those pre-orders that went up for like 2 minutes and then it was gone, or 15 minutes, whatever it is. And at the time I'm recording this video, I did check on Walmart, and it is no longer at $12.99. It was back up to like $42. But it was at $12.99 for like a day and a half to 2 days, which is very unheard of. I don't understand why these are so deep on clearance. I figure a Clone Commando will be an army builder that people would want multiples of in their collection, but I don't know. Maybe Walmart had a whole bunch of them in the warehouse and they're like, we need to get rid of this stuff now. But we'll probably never know. We'll go ahead and take a look at the package. After getting this, I kind of wish I ended up getting 2 or 3 instead of just the one, but you know, it's how it goes. I'm happy to have one at least. For being an army builder as well, why would you make it a Walmart exclusive? Doesn't make any sense. You think you want these readily available anywhere. So for the package, it's one of the last ones without the window. I'm sure some people will make their own customs of it. The Bad Batch, Clone Commando. Nice image of the Clone Commandos there. Image of the figure, 6 inches. So he's right on target. A little description about him. Him in an action pose. And he's number 13 in the Bad Batch. Gotten quite a few Black Series action figures from the Bad Batch. So we'll just go ahead and take a look at this guy a little closer. Not much to really tell. I have reviewed Boss on the channel before. If you want to check that out, it's been almost 2 years now since I reviewed him. So you if you've seen that before, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into here. So he's a little bit of an off-white. And he's the same consistent color all around. As far as I can tell, it's not like the limbs are different colors from the body armor or anything like that. Sometimes you get action figures like that where maybe the head or the arms or the legs or something are a slightly different shade of white compared to the rest of the figure. That's not the case for this guy. Hopefully years from now he doesn't yellow either. It's hard to say. In the 3 3/4 inch line, we did get a Clone Commando in this type of color scheme years ago in the comic packs. He came with a Wookiee, I think it was. I do not have that comic pack, but I would like to get that at some point. It is one I eye every now and then. No weathering, no scuffs, or anything of that nature. It's just a nice, clean Clone Commando here. Hopefully in Season 3, the Bad Batch, we see a little bit more of them. Would like to know what's going on with Scorch and maybe the other Commandos in Delta Squad as well. I wish the series centralized more on aspects like that, like Delta Squad and Commander Cody and all them, instead of what they've done. Unfortunately, most of the Bad Batch series has been a big waste of time. So overall, it's a nice action figure. The only thing I wish that was different about it was that he had a slightly more in-scaled blaster. This seems like it's almost 3 3/4 inch scale, and as you can see when he's holding it, it looks very puny. It's almost like pistol size even. Same thing for Boss there. And I think in a video in the past I've done, I did a comparison between the Commando blaster here and maybe some 3 3/4 inch one, and the sizes weren't too far off one another. So that's one thing that Hasbro needed to correct, which I don't think they ever will at this point. And we might not get any more Clone Commandos for forever even. I can't really see any potential other ones unless they do like a repaint of Feast, Grata, or Omega Squad or something like that, which is very possible. Articulation, same thing you can expect. It's got all the hinges in all the right places. He does have that swivel thigh, so he is using a slightly older Black Series mold that we don't really see so much now, or it's being phased out as we speak. And then, of course, for the weapons and accessories, he just comes with the standard Commando blaster and the backpack, which is removable, and it does stay in place pretty good. Has a nice blue visor there. It's a little bit different from Boss's here. Boss has a little bit more of a deep blue, while this one is a lighter shade. Some red detailing on his backpack there. Dark gray there. Other than that, that's pretty much all I can really tell you about him. I will bring out the rest of Delta Squad I have, and if you've been following the channel for a while, you might be asking, so where's Scorch? You haven't reviewed him on the channel yet. You've gotten the other three. Well, I've been neglecting Scorch. I did not want to spend, what was it, $28.99 for him on GameStop, and I figured at some point he'd go on clearance because between all three of these guys here, they have gone on clearance after several months. But that hasn't been the case for Scorch, unfortunately, so at the time of this video, I went ahead and ordered him on eBay for slightly above retail price. So I should get him in the mail in a couple weeks, and then I'll be sure to do the review on him and have the complete squad. The one time I decided to go ahead and wait on an action figure and count on him going on clearance, he does not. But that's how it goes usually. So yes, Delta Squad will be complete soon, and I will have all four reviewed on the channel. So what can I say about this Bad Batch Clone Commando? Would I recommend him? Yes, I would recommend him. I mean, he's exactly what you would expect. He's just a Clone Commando. I'm always happy to add more to my collection. I'm a big fan of Clone Commandos. I wish TVC would jump on it and get some in the line. Now that we have the Hunter mold, I don't see why they couldn't reuse that tooling to make a Clone Commando. All they really need is a new backpack, new helmet. Clone Commandos don't really need a head underneath, so they could just sculpt the helmet. So to me, that'd be an easy repaint. And then they could do a troop builder pack of the Commandos, and all just simple white. I don't see why they couldn't do that. Lots of potential there. I hope we see the Clone Commando soon in TVC scale. In the meantime, though, the Black Series is getting a healthy amount of them between Delta Squad and then now this standard Commando. And I'm happy to include them all in the collection. Would I say pay more than retail for them? No. But keep an eye on Walmart. They are known for doing that, where they run sales like that and then it goes out and then comes back in, and it does that for several months. Same thing with Blitz for the ARC Troopers. I've been kind of holding out on him, hoping to find him for a good deal here soon. I do plan on getting him soon, and then I'll be able to complete all the ARC Troopers for the TVC, that is. Let's do this. But yeah, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for plenty more reviews in the future. There will always be lots more to come. And as we wrap up the year pretty soon here, I might do some top 10 videos as to favorite Black Series, TVC, even Hot Toys even. And we'll see what we can do. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I always greatly appreciate all your support. And if you haven't already, please check out some of the links in the description. As always, thanks for watching.